Hello, Dexters. Today's episode is sponsored by SmartBed Co.
SmartBed Co.
Sleep easy out there.
It's the bed that you need. Bed Co.
Bed Co.
Bed Co.
The perfect technology to hook up your Pokemon sleep app to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Charges your
SmartBed
phone.
Co.
Shakes your whole bed for the alarm, so you think there's an earthquake.
You guys just lost us the sponsorship.
SmartBed Co.
SmartBed Co.
You know, you can get it in all shapes and sizes. Like a stamp
This is a bad idea.
size.
I missed the what's up.
You can. Oh no! You know what they should do is like beds that you can slowly like add to like Lego. So you can buy like.
That
you-
sounds painful.
Yeah, they already
We're
get
gonna
sheets.
sleep on
and
plastic.
So it's like you get a little piece of a mattress and you like kind of slot it in, so you can go from like a single to a king single to a queen.
So like an that you could buy like DLC
Expansion
for your
box.
bed. Yeah.
DLC. But yeah, well,
Well,
it's not going to be about video games.
What's one feature you'd add to your bed if you could?
Oh, cup holders. Cup holders for beds.
Okay.
That.
I'd like it to go like like a hospital bed and go up and down.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can get bed like that.
Yeah, but it's like
Don't get cup holders.
they always feel like hospital beds.
I'd want mine to be a race car bed, like
Yeah.
I would want my
coolest kid at the playground.
built-in pillows.
Oh,
What?
smart. Yeah.
That sounds lame. Because you have to replace pillows every so often.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
I was thinking for the opening instead of doing.
This is
"What's
not the
up?"
opening.
This is
What?
the opening.
Is this the opening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I thought we were.
No, it's SmartBed Co.
Nah, this can't be the opening.
Mum, why won't you let me watch the
Dexperience.
Hey, Dexters.
Hi, Dexter.
Hi,
We're
Dexter.
experimenting with
What's
some.
up, Dexters?
We're experimenting with some new openings.
You said we're not doing the what's up.
We've been listening to some of you Dexters out there, and you've been telling us that you think our opening needs to be a bit more original, a bit more.
A bit more Dexter-like.
A bit more Dexter-like. And so we're going to be probably over the next few episodes experimenting with new ways until we
Oh my
find
God.
something
Yeah.
that we land on and that we like. So please join us in the ride. If
It'll
you out
be-
there have any options or opinions on
Let us know in the
a
comments.
fun intro, let us know in the comments.
It will
Send us
be-
an email at thedexperiencepodcast@gmail.com. That is thedexperiencepodcast@gmail.com.
It's going to take us a while.
It'll be truly organic, but once we find it, much like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings, it'll fit like a glove.
And then
Although-
we gotta go trek to the
It's not
mountains
really a
of
good
Mordor to
metaphor,
destroy
is it?
That was
No,
not a
because-
good
Because
Does
once
Lord
you
of the
wear
Rings
it-
ring shaped to the finger? I
Yeah,
think it does-
shapes
it
to the
does.
finger. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good ring. But also, it makes you go invisible. So
Yeah, you
we
also
don't want to
being
be
tracked
invisible.
down by damn witch hunters as well.
Yeah. Do you think actually those ghost guys were like hot?
So Pokemon. So today's episode
Is Sparks fly
Fly
for
for
Magnemite?
Magnemite.
What episode is this? Episode 20...
29.
29.
29.
9.
Episode 29, guys.
Guys, we're
What's
old.
episode 30?
We're
We're old.
growing up.
We're past Dennis's age now.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we're very
So,
old.
yeah.
We're currently declining.
We've like
Our
gotten
frontal
some
lobe.
mic stands
We
in
have.
the room.
Oh,
We
We're
get hands!
having our hands free.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
Wow.
relate because I've always had a stand.
Thank you
Privilege.
to our sponsor for helping us out.
Our
Don't
sponsor
worry.
for this
Mic
episode
stands.
is SmartBed Co.
SmartBed Co.
Feel the smart bed.
Feel the smart bed.
Are you sleeping on a dumb bed?
A dumb
Are you
bed.
tired of not having a smart bed? Get a smart bed.
It just
SmartBed
has
Co.
screens everywhere. The whole bed's just
It's like
glass.
smart bed. I can't sleep. What should I do? Go to bed.
And it's like replicate
Steal
some
mummy's
birth
credit
card
card.
to wake you up.
So okay.
Buy
So what are we
V-Bucks.
doing today, guys?
Well,
What are we
well,
doing?
let's
Whispers marketing to your ears as you sleep.
How are we doing today? I feel like let's just check in. I'm good
just,
actually. I'm feeling really good.
You asked us, Dennis.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I was doing the Pokemon Sensation
Yes.
episode,
Yeah.
and I was like, in the episode, I was like, "How are you doing today?" I'm doing very fine, thank you. I was answering my own question, but I am doing very fine. We just finished our elevator season
You
at
did.
Bats.
Congratulations.
So that's really
Great show.
good.
Please,
Great
guys,
job,
don't
guys.
stand.
But
Don't
thank
Shout
you.
out to the
Oh,
whole
thank
Stu
you so
sit
much,
back
production.
down,
everyone.
guys. Sit back there.
And you know, like that
see
theater experience was quite good. And should I dare say, a Dexperience live show is being tossed around.
Yeah,
Works in
Yeah,
the
it's
works.
So
been
yeah,
tossed
if you're
around.
keen to see a live show, let us know because it is quite encouraging.
You know, we don't even have to do it for Fringe. We can probably just use the J&M space whenever we do.
No, you're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Get 'em all, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be very echoey, but we totally could.
A one-time one-time extravaganza.
Well, actually, and if people enjoy it enough,
Extravaganza.
like we probably do it like every couple of months.
Yeah. Oh, so I was Dennis and Oliver. How are you?
Well, I'm good, thank you.
No, that's not how we do the intro.
No, you gotta ask people how they're doing and then answer it.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
I didn't get a chance.
So,
to...
oh,
So
so
ask yourself how you're doing.
What?
Oh, wait, no, I don't like that.
so
Oliver, how are you doing?
How you
Hi,
doing, champ?
I'm doing really well. I'm a bit tired.
He's a little bit
Yes.
hungover, this
I,
baby.
no, I had a good
Oh,
night
you
last
Get a
night.
bender.
You didn't
Yeah,
get-
I was on the bend.
as
didn't
you
get home
want
until
to
4
do.
I
a.m.
didn't get home at 4 a.m.
Oliver
That's
the
okay.
party
I
animal.
I woke up,
Spot
watched some Pokemon. We're here. We're ready to go. I had a lovely mochaccino made by Logan. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you. I'm not even the barista in the room.
Ouch.
But yeah, I'm doing really good, and I'm really excited. I'll just give a little hint. I liked these episodes, so that's nice.
Awesome.
I feel like it's been a while since I've
That's
liked
so
an
good.
episode.
Yeah,
so.
that's
Yeah.
Hey,
same.
hey Harry, how's it
Oliver.
going, man?
Oh, man.
How you doing, champ?
Yeah, what's
Took
going
me-
on for you,
It took
Harry?
me a while to formulate
Yeah.
that. I'm great. I've had a good couple of days. The past
Awesome.
couple of days, things have fallen into place. University's finished.
Yes.
Nearly,
Practically,
yeah.
nearly. I have an
1
internship
week.
coming up, but that's okay. I'm good. I enjoy these episodes as well. I had a fun rehearsal this morning, and I'm energized and ready to go.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Logan, how you doing?
Yeah, me. I'm good. I've only got 5 more days, and then the 4-year trip that has been university will be finished.
Wow.
We're all grown up.
It's like an American Pie, except instead of high school, it's university, and instead of a pact to have sex, we're doing a podcast.
Exactly like American Pie.
Yeah.
It's just like American Pie, but
But yeah,
only
I'm
one
good.
of us are a lame loser.
I've just been applying for jobs and
Me
all
too,
that jazz.
So if you're hiring,
Please let us know.
Or if you'd like to give us money for doing this podcast.
What?
What? Should I not say
I
that?
just ask people to give you
Is this
money.
a Twitch?
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm just used to being like...
I guess we will start. Oh, we will start maybe making like a
Morally wrong.
a
Is it?
Patreon.
Yeah,
or-
if we start getting more sponsors like SmartBed Co, might start making
Yeah.
money. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
But it would be
I
cool
just
to
like
be
it
able to
nice.
actually, make
It would be nice.
get paid for us talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the dream, wouldn't it?
Hey gang, should we hop into a game for today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do the game.
I've got a game for us.
You go for it.
So this episode is called Sparks Fly for Magnemite, or Sparks Fly, for and Magnemite falls in love in this episode.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And so I have a little role-playing game for us, just to get us in the minds, really.
Role
Let's play
I want
D&D.
everyone to think of everyone quickly. We'll start with you, Dennis, and work our way down the line. Name your favorite Pokemon.
Gardevoir.
I've had a bit of a journey recently. As of right now, my favorite Pokemon is the Generation 6 fossil Pokemon, Tyrantrum.
My current favorite Pokemon is Psyduck.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with my old reliable Mudkip.
Oh, reliable.
And then
reliable.
now that you've got that favorite Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to think about what Pokemon. If you were that Pokemon, so if I was that Mudkip, which Pokemon would be the true love of my life?
Is this discounting other Psyducks?
Yes,
Right,
it can't be.
okay.
Oh, it could be another Psyduck if you think that's truly the perfect fit for a Psyduck.
They both have 2 killer headaches. I don't think so.
But yeah, just take, I don't know, a couple of seconds to think about it.
Okay.
A couple seconds.
I've got my one.
I've got my one.
All right, whoever got one,
Yeah,
go ahead.
go
Okay,
on.
I'll go first. So my favorite Pokemon is Mudkip, and I think that I would fall in love. My true love of my life would be, Charizard, the
Adorable.
big fire boy.
Charizard.
Because he'd be big. He'd be able to protect little old Mudkip.
Yeah.
Except like he's fire, or they're fire.
Your
or
water.
I'm water. So
It's true. You
me
are water.
and
Oh,
me
you
and-
like it hot and spicy.
Yeah, me and Charizard would constantly be at two
Yeah.
ends. We'd always be
Who ends the elemental
yeah,
spectrum?
it'd be like
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
Charizard's always keeping the flame alive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I'm always trying
And the
to.
size difference
Douse
as
it out.
well.
But yeah, we'd be yeah.
But you could ride on Charizard's back.
Exactly. We'd be
Charizard?
funky, you know. No one would expect the two of us to be together, but we'd make it work.
Yeah.
We'd have a fun sitcom based on us as well.
It's like, how would the theme song go?
Da 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 da. It's
Mudkip.
Amanda and
Nice.
Mudkip, but Charizard and Mudkip.
Someone's gonna claim that.
There you go. That's the song.
That would be
Oliver?
amazing.
All right, Tyrantrum. You know, if I was a Tyrantrum, I would want to fall in love with a good old thicky
Little bummer.
Pokemon known as Blissey.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
Tyrantrum's this big, ferocious dinosaur. I think it's gonna want something as big as itself that can take some hits, and also just be there to be like this big love, massive body.
Wait, Tyrantrum and whom?
Blissey.
So
I'm gonna
who's
Google
beating up who?
Fuck me.
No, Tyrantrum is just—he's a big,
Oliver,
you know.
you're not meant to
big
hit
di-
people in relationships.
No, because he's like
Yeah.
angry.
I hear
You
them
know,
all the
This
time.
explains
I'm
a
not
lot
saying
about your
beating. I'm
relationships,
just in terms
Oliver.
of like in his intimacies. He'd be a very physical. Well, not necessarily.
The thing is, Oliver, the Blissey is a special wall. It's not a physical
I'm
wall.
That's
aware.
true.
However,
True.
Blissey might be into that.
Yeah,
a
oh my
little bit.
God.
Blissey's got the hit points to manage.
Yeah, he's
you
got
know?
the hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I did
Yeah.
think of that.
Blissey just constantly has a child in them as well. Looks like.
Well,
I mean, so do a
there's
lot
an
of.
egg. Yeah,
yeah.
and Tyrantrum.
So do you think if
They're not
Tyrantrum
fertilized eggs, though, right?
finishes
They
off
could be.
on the egg and fertilizes it?
What? So are you saying? Wait, are
Wow.
you Logan?
Chances-
Because there's like a move called soft boiled and egg bomb, right?
Soft boil is what the
They eat the egg.
yeah.
So are you saying when Blissey eats egg, it's eating like an unborn child?
No, but if it
well,
fer-
eggs
if,
are just
if,
embryos, right?
if what's your favorite Pokemon? Tyrantrum fertilized it after its rough
oh,
sexual
I'm
thing
gonna
that
be a bit
Oliver
sad.
was talking
The
about.
move soft boil is the Pokemon eats the egg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because you eat
eating a
like a
soft-boiled
soft-boiled egg.
That's
Yeah.
really weird.
Actually,
because you
and
assume the egg has
Oh.
come out of them, right?
I used to think in softball it used to be such a cool move because it was the only like field recovery move in red, blue, and yellow.
Other than recover.
On the field though, on the field, like so you could
Oh, you
use
can
soft
use it.
boiled
Oh, I
and
didn't
give
know
your
that.
other Pokemon eggs.
Ah.
So that was kind of cool. It was
That's
like
cool.
yeah,
What do you mean?
like you soft boiled
yeah,
was a
yeah.
TM.
I got my one for my Psyduck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've taken a different spin here. The
okay.
perfect pairing for Psyduck would have to be like a Blossom, I think. The reason why, because I'm just thinking that'll make a really nice duck salad. Like you cook the Psyduck and you can make a good duck
Okay.
salad.
Wait,
Harry,
what?
I think you missed the point.
That's the
Harry,
point. No, that's the
so-
best combination.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
kill yourself and you'll love it
And eat
and,
ourselves.
and somehow get eaten by a
Talk about
random
Romeo and
child.
Juliet.
It's great.
That's a love story and a half right
Yeah.
there,
It
Dexter's.
But no, for an actual pairing like that, I think what would go well with a Psyduck would be a docile Magikarp.
Just imagining yeah. And then Magikarp,
Go,
Carp,
go,
Carp,
go.
Carp. Just that's, they do have the same energy.
Exactly.
Interesting.
They
Um,
all live a stupid, happy life.
I don't
The
know.
Odd Couple.
Yeah,
I feel like Magikarp
I think yeah.
is like just doesn't even have like a conscious, you know.
Yeah, and Psyduck's got a constant headache, so the match made in heaven.
Yeah, it's like
Makes sense.
it's like a low fuss situation. They're kind of birds of a feather almost.
Actually, I do
Big
like
fish.
Farfetch as well with Psyduck.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
cool.
Because
But again,
Farfetch can
I'm
kind
thinking,
of.
I think of just a food combo again. I
Yeah.
think duck on duck
Have you
sounds
had
good.
lunch, Harry? Sounds like
Yeah, I
you're a
bought
bit
you
hungry.
sushi. Dennis,
So I'm Gardevoir, and I had a little think, and I think just off of the top of my head, Gardevoir. Well, the thing with Gardevoir is they kind of have a soul bond with the trainers, right?
Oh no.
Like in,
What?
Like in Rick and Morty.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like, but I guess there are probably cases where Gardevoir kind of just mate with other Pokemon in the wild. They're like the Gardevoir, the monogamous Pokemon, because they do just like they have one mate, right?
What?
So
What
I'm
do you mean
thinking
right? What do you mean like, yeah, guys, we all know this.
We all-
Okay, well, no, we
How do you spell
don't.
the name of this Pokemon?
Gardevoir, Gardevoir.
Good job.
But
You're welcome.
so if I had to really pick, I would choose Golem.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would like. I'm similar to
Interesting.
the like the Tyrantrum Blissey or Mudkip Charizard Fire Water kind of thing. It's kind of like it's like a contrast opposites read.
I can see. Yeah.
So like I feel like they would make a good couple because like Gardevoir would kind of protect Golem, and then Golem could kind of protect Gardevoir in like
Interesting.
in the relationship, and like they could kind of like Golem could roll into a ball and Gardevoir could kind of lift him and just shoot him at people. They'd be a great doubles team, I feel.
I feel like there'll be
Yeah.
a really good like a foolish villain couple.
Yes, actually, yeah. Like like the super suave femme fatale and the brute
Yeah.
brutalizer.
The dumb golem.
Yeah, But like, I think that's a fun contrast.
I dig it. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's
I dig
really-
it like a
Yeah,
girl.
I like that too. Actually,
Yeah.
it's quite cute.
Nice.
Thank
I
you.
think it's the
thank
best
you.
answer you've ever given
What?
on any
One
of the
of these
episodes.
games.
Yeah.
What?
Good
It
job.
was actually quite
I
nice.
learned it.
Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Dennis,
glad.
is
I
doing
guess.
Are you gonna? I think Dennis will be retiring from this.
Yeah. Hey, it's been great having you on, Dennis.
Thank
you so much.
Please,
Thank you.
Please continue to record for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll just sit quietly in the corner
Yeah.
and just stare at you longingly.
So Dexter's, we're actually out there for looking for a new host.
Yeah, we got a fourth slot open.
Oh my gosh.
Gary,
So-
actually, Gary.
Gary, Gary for listening. We
That's
miss
like
you.
an in-joke. No one will... Okay, no
It's
one will
not a
know.
joke. He's a real person.
Oh my
Dennis.
God.
He's a person, Dennis. Okay.
So this episode is called Sparks Flood for
Magnemite.
You either love it or you hate it.
Magnemite.
Oh, should we do that thing we started doing? We try.
The bottom line?
Yeah. The
Oh,
bottom
right.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I have my bottom line ready.
Been
Okay, yeah, I
recording
got
so
one as
long.
well. You go
Should
first.
I?
Dennis.
Should we? Okay. String. My bottom line for Sparks Fly for Magnemite. String your suitors along for as long as possible because once you reach your electric climax, they'll lose interest in you.
My bottom line is muck backwards is cum.
Oh my god.
You know, I was expecting that to come up at some point, but definitely not from you.
Yeah, Oliver.
You were even the
jeez.
last person
He's a
that would
bit.
have came
He's a
from.
bit sleepy.
He's
so-
a sleepy
I'm on
boy.
some weird energy today. All right.
I haven't got one yet, Logan, so you go.
Okay, mine is love conquers all.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Aw.
It's,
That's sweet.
It's the truth.
My one is if your Pikachu is sick, it's not sick. It just needs to release some tension.
Oh my god.
You just massage its cheeks like we learned.
yeah.
That
Just
last.
massages cheeks and it moons.
Actually, I've been like that, but not with, but not, no,
Whoa,
But no, wait.
whoa.
not about the massaging cheeks, but like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I feel really ill, but then I'll go to the toilet and take a massive.
Okay.
Why did
And
you
then-
feel the
Radio.
need to bring that up?
I don't
So we
know.
open
I feel
on
like
this
I
town.
think this is a safe space, right?
They arrive up to Gringy Town.
Yeah.
Gringy
Oh, yeah,
Town.
shout out
yeah.
to that city.
Gross.
Oh,
Absolutely.
What a
just
if you
awful-
name your town Gringy Town, what do you expect from
you got
that
to look at the
town?
name.
As
So
the
it's
ocean winds smell like sludge and it's run with factories.
a city destroyed by pollution.
What a,
Yeah.
I was
I
actually.
just, these two episodes make quite a comment on
Yeah.
humans' impact.
Yeah,
we haven't
actually-
had a comment episode like that since.
There's tentacle.
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 Yeah, this episode reminded me a lot of that. Well, actually, the next episode as well. So could we just? I just want to call the Magnemite that follows Pikachu, Simp-nemite.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Just so.
Yeah, sure.
Just so that we. What?
Yeah.
Usually, like you guys go like, what? We can't do
That's a
that.
good-
That's
that's a-
so lame.
that's a
And then
good
there's a whole
name.
back and forth, and then like. There's...
No, it works.
Oh my gosh.
name.
I don't know why you brought it up
I'm
as
so
early, but
I'm so
it works.
confused.
You
now.
should-
See,
Did
I
you
think-
say that hoping to cause chaos?
I mean, I was
He's,
just.
he's so used to it now.
Yeah, I am used to it. I'm used to like a little bit of like pushback on like things that I bring up that
So
I
yeah,
guess I don't know. I'm
Are
so
we-
confused now.
Are we bad friends?
No.
it's Simplemite. It's a good name.
Sim-
Simplemite.
Simp-nemite.
Simp-nemite?
And then
Simplemite.
so your Pikachu starts getting extra charged up.
Poor guy's looking cute as hell, but
But yeah, so he is getting extra charged up. Is that what you guys
Yeah.
all assumed as well?
Well, I thought Pikachu was like
I-
getting sick from the factory.
Yeah. I thought it was, like, sick from
Oh,
pollution or
I
something.
thought he
Yeah.
was getting extra charged up from all the energy that was being built up by the factories.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get
That's
that.
how I.
No,
that's how I picked it.
Yeah,
up.
I got the idea because like if you go to like, I won't say the country to not offend anyone, but like if you go to like a country that's like has a massive pollution problem, and then you feel a bit sick or you feel like you're getting a fur infection, from breathing in the pollution. I know because in Wellington the air quality is amazing.
Okay, well, you said the city and you've offended everyone.
No, in Wellington
it's good. He was saying
it's
that.
really good in Wellington because we're like a
That's
beach
good.
city with low factories and stuff.
I'm offended personally. That's fine.
You're from Auckland. That's one of the cities
Yes.
that's bad.
So yeah.
Mhm.
What was I saying?
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I
So
just
that's
assumed
kind
he
of
was
what I
sick,
thought it was. Yeah.
Sick from the
Yeah.
factories.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've never been to like a smoggy, polluted place.
It's not
Oh.
fun.
Yeah, I haven't either, luckily.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought it was quite almost kind of cool in a way. This like dark, like kind of grungy city. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like,
I forget the name, but it reminds me of the city in Black and White 2.
Burbank.
Burbank. That's
Burbank
the one. Burbank City Gym.
Burbank City. That's an awesome city.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, unsung hero of the week.
Oh,
Burbank
I
City.
thought you were gonna say like that side-scrolling city in Sword and Shield, as well. The dark.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not
Dark
even a city. That's just
Yeah, it's just a
That's
side-
a log.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's the return of, so they rush to a Pokemon Center and we see the return of the pink rubber gloves. Shout out to the pink rubber
Oh,
gloves.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ash is wearing
well-
them so he doesn't get shot.
Yeah, because he picks up Pikachu and Pikachu gives him a big shot.
That is like a nice shout out because that's from the first episode, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just has them with him, I guess.
And then
Nice.
they start running towards the Poke Center, and then
It's a very weird looking Poke Center.
Team Rocket shows up really early.
Mm-hmm.
So they go straight into their
Meowth
charge.
is
Yeah,
looking
they're-
through this periscope,
Yes.
and the top of the periscope has little cat ears, which I thought was
Oh.
adorable.
Oh, I missed that.
It's,
I was
it's
just
so
right.
cute.
I forgot everything because they cut to Meowth in the sewers, and he's sitting in a UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in a UFO looking
Yeah.
through a periscope with cat ears. It's
Yeah.
it's quite a
I
surreal
really liked
moment.
the shot. I think it was this episode, maybe. Oh, no, it's the next episode. Never mind.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
And then we got Team Rocket in these old school diver outfits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They look like people will probably recognize it more from like the BioShock games, like from
Like Cyclops from the SpongeBob
the Big
movie.
Daddies. Is that what they're called? Big
yeah, they are
Daddies?
called Big Daddy.
That's a good movie. Have you?
What, Big Daddy?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler one.
Oh yeah, the Adam Sandler movie, Big Daddy.
Yeah, I think so. And he adopts a kid,
Yeah,
right?
with
Yeah, he
Cole,
adopts,
with Cole Sprouse.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember-
both, it's
I've
both
not
of them.
seen.
I watched it in the apartment when you were there. You've seen it. In
The
egg-
scene-
in egg
I
quotes.
don't remember.
Do you know in the scene where Big Daddy, where like the kid pees himself, and then Adam Sandler like wets himself and is like, "It's normal, it's fine." I was like, that sticks
Good
with me
dad.
so much.
The scene that gets me is when they go to McDonald's for
Oh,
the,
yeah,
for
and
the
it's like
breakfast,
2
and then
minutes
like
later,
yeah,
he
2
has a
minutes later,
fit. Yeah.
like, nah, the breakfast is done. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I just want pancakes. Yeah, it's good.
Pancakes.
Yeah, Team Rocket's in the scuba sort of gear.
Yeah, and they're gonna swim into. Oh, they're gonna swim underneath the
The city into the Pokemon.
into the Pokemon Center so that they can use Pikachu's extra. Oh, we find that out later why.
Yeah.
But yeah, their plan is to sneak under the Poke Center and steal Pikachu while he's all charged up.
Yeah.
And then we go cut back to
Pokemon.
Poke Center and we meet Nurse Joy. Actually, no one's there.
Yeah.
And I felt like originally
Ash, I feel
Ash
like-
is being rude. as
Yeah,
hell.
I have that
Yeah.
wrote as well. I was
Asshole.
like, I
He's
have
like,
it.
hurry up, where are you?
I had it in my notes. Ash is being a bit of a Karen.
yeah,
It's a
he's
bit
being a
of
bit of
like-
a dick.
I mean, I guess he was worried about his Pikachu.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pokemon Center is like the free healthcare the world is at the NHS in the UK, and people just take it for granted and just yell at nurses and
Well, I
doctors
have
all
it
the
here
time.
as well, like Nurse Joy right now being the American healthcare system.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nurse Joy
words.
was really
Very tired.
weird. Yeah,
She
she was
is.
tired, but every other Nurse Joy seems
Yeah.
to care about their job, but she doesn't.
Well,
Nurse
it's
Joy-
interesting. I wonder if like it's a statement on like the environmental impacts on people, like about how like having so much pollution
Mm.
or
Mm.
and factories in the air makes people more tired.
But Jenny's fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
Nurse Joy's
I-
color of the cross on her hat
Yeah.
this time is like a very blue gray color.
Yeah.
The different color this time.
I used to live next to a busy highway,
It's Nurse Joy.
and I used to like walk home from school and stuff. So I was like, I wonder if that was why I was so tired before school.
you also
What time
didn't
did you
sleep
go to
properly,
bed?
did you?
Yeah.
I didn't sleep very well.
Here you
Wow,
go.
man.
Yeah.
No, but it was the heart.
Wakes
I
up,
was playing-
goes to bed
I
at
was
3
playing-
a.m.
I was
I'm
on
so
the-
tired.
I was on the Pokemon forums and
The
playing.
forums!
Oh,
Good sir, the forums! Have you heard news from the forums,
Yes,
sir?
sir. I got news from the forums.
extra Pokemon forums.
Hey,
Get it, Dennis? Because you're old.
Forums are still a thing.
Hey, the
I mean,
forums.
Twitter, it's taking over.
I know. Forums are like, but they're still around.
Fuck you, Fortune.
I feel Reddit and
Reddit is just a big form.
Reddit is a forum, you know,
That's
like
great.
it's just like organized differently.
It's a reliable source for news.
Back in the old days of the forum.
It was a
You
wild
young
west.
boy. Tell an old man what the forums say these days.
But yeah, I played MapleStory and browsed the forums when I was younger, so
Do you guys
so
know
why?
Java games are like ending on
Yeah, in December.
That's really depressing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
News.
They're like Java
Java's
Flash.
being Flash is being
I
unsupported.
don't know what that is.
all like browser games on like a browser.
Ah,
They're all ending. They're all
no more
yeah.
cool math games?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
You ever
but-
played Tanks on Cool Math?
Tanks and cool math games was the
Oh,
only game
It's
to
not
play.
being supported.
A lot of websites are trying to like move them over. Like I know Neopets is trying to move all their Flash
Thank
games
gosh.
to HTML5
Can't let our Neopets die.
because we can't let Mirka Chase go.
I just realized I haven't played Nintendogs for like 10 years.
You should check out
My
your
dog's
dogs.
dead.
What made you think of your dogs.
Neopets.
Yeah.
So this Joy is a bit weird, and then Pikachu's like, so Ash is like, are you the oddball in your family? And Joy's like, all my other relatives are odd.
What are you whispering?
you
We're
whispering?
doing a podcast
What are
right
you
now.
whispering?
A very bad joke about dead dogs.
What? We're doing a podcast.
Sorry, it was important.
It was,
Okay.
thank you, Harry. It was important.
Okay.
You see, it's like...
I think like this is kind of a suiting vibe for this episode about being like the effects of
What are you about to say here? What are you about to...
the effects of pollution on the environment, like creating kind of like
Are you
a.
calling me an Oliver Grimus?
Yeah. We just want your
That's a good
Grimes to
I'm not
you.
saying you're Grimer.
That's a good segue because the next thing we
Right.
cut to is Grimer's
Oh, bring it
going
back.
into the.
I
sewer
liked the
system.
Grimers a lot. It was really cool seeing them move as this like collective.
And they
Yeah.
block up the sewer system. They block up the water which powers the city, which blocks up the whole
generator.
and the power stuff.
Stop the sea,
Yeah.
the sea
And-
water being able to power the generator. And
All of the Pokemon in the ICU in the intensive care unit
ICU,
in the Poke Center who are like all in like
They're gonna die.
chambers, are like, losing
Incubation
like
chambers.
support probably and probably going to die.
Yeah.
So
Which
Ash-
I was like, why didn't they have a backup power thing, or like even backup Pokemon? Like in Viridian Forest, they had like Viridian City, they had those backup Pikachu.
Well,
Yeah,
because it's morally wrong to use Pokemon in that manner, Dennis.
What? But it's to save lives. That's the ethical trolley problem you're bringing up, right,
That is
Oliver?
actually, yeah.
It's like whether it's like good to have whether the needs of the many outweigh the needs
Right.
of the few.
Yeah, that's actually true.
What would you do, Oliver?
Would I pull the lever?
If you were Nurse Joy, would you have like a backup of Pikachu exclusively for keeping?
I would try to
A
have
Pokemon Center
I'd
running.
try to have an actual generator machine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I guess the Pikachu was super happy though, weren't they?
Yeah, 'cause,
That
like,
one episode they loved it.
90% of the time they're not needed, so they're just chillaxing.
Yeah, they're just like
Probably
having
more,
a.
probably 95% of the time they're fine.
They're probably like playing in the playground, chilling it up, you know.
Yeah.
they're playing poker,
The,
Yeah, maybe.
the poker.
like dogs, like the dog painting.
Oh, poker. I thought you meant
Does that
polka,
exist?
like
surely
the
someone's
dance.
done like a Pokemon a picture, like painted one.
Oh, with the-
Pikachu's like
Oh, with
full.
all dog Pokemon.
Yeah, with all
That
dog
would be good, like
Pokemon.
Growlithe.
I feel like
But yeah,
that
so
does exist.
the Grimers block it up, and
Yeah.
then like it cuts back to Team Rocket, and they're like, oh, the power's turned off. Oh no! And Meowth looks like when he's talking that he's got like the finger pulled up, and he's like
Does
scratching
he?
his chin.
Oh.
You guys not noticed it?
No, I missed
No.
it.
He's got
Yeah,
one.
I
Finger...
spotted that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got one finger up, and he only has three, and it's his middle finger. So it looks like he's pulling the finger at the audience while he says, "I've got to find a way to turn the power back on. I'm gonna come up with a plan that's Meowth-proof."
Oh, did you mention how when they were in that
we got it.
they were in, oh, you got
We
something?
got one. There's a Pikachu, a Riolu, a Psyduck, my boy, a Meowth, a Mew, a Marill with a Azurill, and a Teddiursa.
Oh, that's
Sitting around the
amazing.
table.
We should cut that. We should
Poker
put
table.
Playing
that
poker.
That's
picture
awesome.
up.
Well, put it up where I put my phone,
Well, we
which is
might
gonna
need
be
permission
there.
to post it.
Maybe
But
we should ask.
give them credit. Who drew it? Who's the artist?
It's on Amazon. It's a thing you can buy on Amazon.
Oh, okay. It's a print.
Whoa!
Yeah.
The photo is moving across the top of the screen.
Whoa!
Whoa,
Whoa,
Logan! I can't
why?
believe you did that.
I
That's
don't
so
know.
good.
I don't know.
Gonna have to learn
Whoa, and
now.
how did
Yeah.
you reverse the photo?
Into the fire, out of the pan, into the
How did it
fire.
become the Mona Lisa? Oh wow!
But I thought it was. I was so grossed out when Meowth said, "Oh, it's when they were in the diving suits and they were needed to breathe. They were like, it's a mixture of fresh air and air freshener."
Yeah, that would choke you.
That would. That sounds so disgusting because I don't like air freshener.
I could see
actually.
if it's like 99% air, 1% air freshener, it'll be fine. Because you just get a bit of a hint of lavender.
a hint.
I guess like, would you prefer to smell like air freshener or the slime?
I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, if you could like have one scent, what scent would it be?
Sea breeze.
I'd be lavender.
That's a interesting question.
It-
I'd probably also be lavender. I really like lavender.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
Also,
I might
yeah,
go. Sea breeze smells kind of.
Everyone makes
Or-
such a
or
big point
fresh
about
lemon.
the smell of Grimer and Muck, and I've never really thought about that.
Yeah,
Like,
because they're
stinky-
literally
Stink.
poop, right?
stinky poke. They're
not
not
They're not
poo.
poop.
What? But they live in
You
the
thought
sewer.
they were poo?
Well, they're covered in it, right? They're
No,
not
well,
actually
they're
poop.
covered in
Poo
the
is
grime.
brown.
But sludge is
What,
poo,
when you
right?
clean,
No,
no,
when
it's
you
like
clean your shower,
Yeah.
there's like gunk down the bottom. Do you know what that's called? That's called grime.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
But okay, contextually,
You
they
thought they were balls of
They're-
shit. Just what?
Because Dennis, they're not
No.
from the sewer.
Yeah.
They're from like.
But
the
they live
water.
in the sewer, so
No,
they're
but
gonna
they
get.
They lived in the
blocked-
ocean.
Yeah, they blocked up. They're from the ocean, and they blocked
They
up.
no one point were Grimer in the sewer in this episode.
What? Yes.
No, they
surely
weren't.
were.
No, they weren't.
they
They
weren't.
weren't.
How
Okay. All right.
disgusting would that be in the kids' show if it's just animated
This
shit?
isn't Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Actually,
Yeah.
they did it for Digimon, right? They were like Digimon poos.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Probably.
They were not Digimon. I mean, I don't know anything
I
about
think
Digimon.
they
Grimer
were.
and Muck is
We'll-
not
we'll have
poo.
to
Dex
wait.
is out there. Back us up,
Yeah.
please, because fuck me.
So actually, I just want to give Grimer props actually, because for
Poop
the,
one.
the,
For
there's-
being a piece of poo, you know.
there's a common trope about slime-based creatures in like JRPGs
I am.
and RPGs in general, and every time I see like a slime, I'm like, why is there a slime? But like in Pokemon, they kind of make the slime archetype really fit into the world.
Mhm.
Like Grimer is like from Toxic Sludge,
Pokemon does a really good job with that.
because
Like,
Dragon Quest has slimes.
It's like a Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
I remember playing the Dragon Quest demo, and there's like an animated cucumber with like.
But Oliver, my
hedgehog,
problem
and I'm
with-
like, why is there?
Oh
a
my
And the
God.
thing I don't understand
Why?
about you not liking Dragon Quest is the fact that Adventure Time is one of your favorite shows, and there's banana guards.
Yeah, but that's because they were like
Fucking
they were
got
created
it.
in a lab, and there's like backstory there.
But this-
that the Princess
Have
Bubblegum
you
made them.
ever gone into the backstory? But not when it first came out. When it first came out, they were just banana
Yeah, but it's like
guards and candy
I guess
people.
it's so that is like the oh yeah.
So Oliver's logic makes no
Huh?
sense.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing Final Fantasy
I don't know,
15,
it's just-
and there's a cooking skill in it. And he was like, "Ew, why is there cooking?"
That wasn't like.
And
ooh,
it
why
was
is it
like, "There's
up?"
cooking in Breath of the Wild, isn't it?" And then he shut up.
Yeah.
It was great. I love it. Got put down.
Yeah.
But to go back to the previous point, anyway,
About
Pokemon do a really good job about making Pokemon come to life through this through pollution and stuff like
Coughing.
wheezing and
Yeah.
coughing is it's sentient gaseous air.
Mm.
Trubbish and Goblet are trash that come alive because there's just so much of
Oh,
it that they
you
grow
know-
sentience. They do a fantastic job.
Right.
With it.
I just had this theory. What if Ghastly's like a dead coughing?
It could be.
Like,
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah?
It's the
Who
thought in
knows?
my head.
See, the gang go into the power plant. Jenny points them the right way.
Jenny's hat. It was like a little flat diamond. Like this
thank
way.
you, thank you.
Oh,
Different
thank you,
colour on
Harry.
each side.
Hat.
And they go into the
it's my
thing, and Misty starts freaking out, thinking something's following them, and like we see like a shadow of the Simp-mite
The simp.
flying,
Simp-nemite.
Simp-nemite flying behind her,
Sounds
and she's
like a
like,
disease.
"Ooh, something's following me!" And then Ash is like, "Oh, if you're scared, it's okay if you're scared. Me and Brock are tough enough to not be scared." And she's like, "I'm not scared. Something's following me." And Ash is like, "Oh, I'm not scared," and like has his arms like relaxing behind him.
So Brock starts to get a bit scared as well.
And then he's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Well, look over there." And he's like, "What? Are we okay? And are we fine?"
I was really confused why they were scared. It's,
Well, I mean,
They're being
Oliver,
stalked.
it's because like for us we can see, but for them I think it's meant to be pitch black.
yeah, and
Ah.
as well as that, like they've had like what 3 experiences with ghostly Pokemon
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, it's true.
okay.
Like,
Well, because
Yeah.
in my mind it clearly wasn't a ghost.
Oh,
I guess.
yeah.
So I was just like, well, why are they not just like, oh, cool, a fun new Pokemon?
And then
But yeah, okay.
it's messed up because they're all looking the wrong way because they think they see the Magnemite and then it disappears again. And then Pikachu sounds like it's screaming in pain.
Oh,
yeah, it's
Pikachu.
like
It was like messed up, and Ash is just telling it to shut up.
yeah,
Ash isn't very nice.
That's like-
Ash is a dick. in
that
this
is a
episode.
common.
Shut up, Pikachu.
That's such a common horror movie trope. Like it's when you're like, humana, look behind you.
Yeah,
or
this could
whatever.
have been a good Scooby Doo episode.
Yeah.
And then then we turn around and
You
good
fat
old
for me,
Dexter
bitch.
comes back to tell us about
Good old
Magnemite.
Dexter.
Salute.
Dexter is a lot.
Good
in
old
this episode, a
Magnemite.
lot.
Yeah.
I love Magnemite. What type was Magnemite in this episode, guys?
Electric.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know how.
Has he got 2 types?
He does have 2 types now, but originally... So
It's
it's,
just
it's
electric.
electric steel type now. But originally it was just an electric type because steel types didn't exist. When this
There
came
were
out.
no steel or dark types in
Yeah.
the first generation. They brought them in the second. Much like how fairy type was introduced in the 6th generation of
Dennis
video
hates the
games.
fairy types.
Was the fairy type introduced to counteract dragon?
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's
in
to
the
balance
And
competitive
it
then
out.
it
scene.
made an
And
even
psychics
broke
as
a
well?
more
Something.
powerful...
Fairy does
Type.
nothing.
Oh, I don't know. It
Dennis-
takes so
Dennis
long.
doesn't understand the type
It's-
matchup with
it's
fairy.
like-
I don't
it's-
understand.
So many different
so
things. I already learned it, and then they changed it.
They changed nothing. They
What?
added fairy... They changed nothing since they added fairy types.
Oh, I know, but it's like the fairy type itself. There's so much to
7
think
years
about.
ago.
Like several of my Pokemon became fairy types, and I went through an identity crisis.
Like Gardevoir. It's like Gardevoir.
Gardevoir, Jigglypuff,
Gary Henderson.
like Mr.
Gary.
Mime. I'm like so confused. Like Mr. Mime's a fairy type now.
Yeah.
Psychic fairy, still
yeah,
psychic type.
psychic fairy. But it's always like, oh, I had no idea. It's like,
Well, now you know.
yeah.
The more you know.
To keep thinking about it.
So what happens next? So there's the Simp-mite coming on up.
Yeah, and the Simp-mite starts like it starts blushing all over Pikachu.
I don't know how
So the inside.
I don't
of
know
its
how
body-
they know it's blushing, but
Yeah.
Misty I think points out that it's blushing.
Is blushing. What makes your skin turn?
I
Is
think
it
it's
blood
like- I think
running
it's
to your
blood,
face?
Yeah.
So
It's,
what's the
back of my
inside?
eye.
Well, like their theory is evolutionary theories that like it's to kind of show excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how come a Magnemite blush?
Yeah, I was saying how can
Oh.
Magnemite
It's
blush?
made from metal.
I mean, there's how does that's a good question.
Yeah.
Tell us science.
Yeah.
Yeah, call it science,
Where does
boys.
the science fit in?
Yeah.
We know we have a good Dex out there who's a marine biologist. He can tell us.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And while these two are blushing, Stun Grimers start
Marine
falling.
biology will explain why a piece of steel can blush.
Grimers start falling from the ceiling. Actually,
They do.
he has to do biology. He had to do normal biology, so maybe he understands the biology behind
yeah.
blushing.
Yeah.
There you go.
What about a friend named?
Good friend Lorenz.
From your company.
Shout out to you.
Hey, shout out to
We love you,
Lorenz.
Lorenz.
He's a Dexter as well.
Yeah,
Hi,
big
Bill.
Dexter. We'll get him on the show one day.
We actually will.
For
He's
a
actually
present.
he was in the he did Pokemon World.
He went to
Oh my
Pokemon
god,
Worlds
he went to
one
Pokemon
year.
Worlds
Oh,
2012.
And we're also gonna do.
we could.
we'll
You guys
talk
all
about
doing that? You
later.
guys all signed up?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
signed
awesome.
up. We're doing a we're all competing in a doubles tournament.
It'll probably be over by the time this comes out.
Yeah, by the time
This,
comes
this
out, yeah.
Halloween, October 31st
This
in
is
Wellington, there is a
Halloween.
local
This is
Pokemon tournament.
Halloween.
Yeah.
And us three Dexter boys are signed up for that tournament.
Yeah.
I'll be at work
Very
all day.
excited.
We'll let you know when I win.
I had a match with Harry the other day and he absolutely destroyed me. so-
Really?
Absolutely.
I didn't even KO a
destroyed
single
it.
one of his Pokemon.
Yeah.
And
You
I have
doing
like
doubles?
I have a pretty
It was doubles, yeah.
and mine was proper I had a proper competitive team and it was nothing against Harry. So.
Yeah, well, mine's competitive too.
Yeah. No, I play a little more than you. Oh, maybe
I
not.
still beat
actually.
you though.
Not anymore, maybe.
Not anymore, maybe. Yeah.
Wow,
But
that's good. It'd be
You've only
sick
beat
if
me
you
once.
win. What do you win?
$100.
Like money or voucher?
Money.
Sick.
It's a $100 prize.
We've
It
already
might be a
discussed
voucher.
if there's two of us Dexters in the final, we'll split it 50-50.
I think that's match fixing. I'm
It's not
pretty
because
sure.
because none of us is throwing the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like collusion.
Surely you just spend
It's
all that
just
money.
don't tell me.
splitting
Surely
the
you just-
prize money.
Yeah.
Well,
Once
surely
you win the
just
money, you
spend all that money at the bar.
Yeah, you
anyway
could
for
you could
some
do
of
that
the
if there was an
decent
official tournament and someone won. They're like, oh, I don't need all this prize money. I
I'm
want
gonna
to
split it.
give some of it to number
Yeah,
two.
but
That
that's
would be
after the
seen
fact.
as
But if you arrange it before, it kind of compromises the integrity of the
okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't
so
think-
so people who win prizes every time they say I want to donate a bit to charity or I'm splitting this with my friend.
No.
You think they say that on the spot as they win?
yeah, they would have thought about it before.
Yeah, but that's not like they're both in the thing. Like the charity isn't like going into the boxing ring against Channing Tatum. Could you imagine?
It's like
It's like a
splitting the
little kid
award.
trying
Channing
to.
Tatum versus the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, oh my
it's not like
god.
splitting the title or
Who would
anything.
win? 100 like
But, like,
sick kids
just
or
saying,
Channing
it's
Tatum?
just-
If
giving-
you three are in the final, if two of you three are in the finals, you're still gonna verse each other just as hard. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think-
You're not
throw
gonna
the
be
game.
like you're not gonna. We're all competitive enough to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna get money anyway. To not.
Yeah,
throw it.
I know. It's just like it can like can get a bit-
suck for the person who's not in the final who gets nothing.
We should but if we have Lorenz on an episode one day, we should just talk about like competitive Pokemon.
Yeah.
And he can tell his experience of going to Worlds. That would be really cool.
yeah.
So Grandma fall from the ceiling.
And they come and attack, and they smell really bad.
And that sound effect of that slosh is so gross.
What do you think they smell like?
Poop.
Beep beep beep. beep.
It is poop. Yeah.
Yeah. I would
Nah,
say
they
that.
stink of
Just like it's just like sludge. It's
just
like
just
gross
gross like
grime.
moldy trash,
Can't really think of what like smelly trash.
like off milk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, rotten eggs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
rotten eggs.
One time we were gonna make a cake and we got rotten eggs.
Yeah, one time when I was at home and I was growing up, we had an egg. We hadn't bought eggs in a while, and Mum was like, "Oh, make a cake or something." So I went out and I cracked an egg and I just broke it open. And I was like,
My-
I didn't actually puke.
my
I was
brother-
just smell.
My
Ugh.
brother for about we once went on a holiday to Turkey. I think this was about like 2008
Gobble,
or something. About 2008, and he grew this attachment to this one egg, and he took the egg home with him. And I shit you not,
Oh.
he had the egg he had an egg for about 7 years.
Oh my
What?
One egg for about 7 years, and then
From Turkey.
from Turkey. That went back to the UK and then over to here. when we moved here.
Wow.
What? How could he? You're not allowed to take food
Yeah,
over.
no, the issue
Was it
is-
food at that point?
The issue is when you what you can do, you can send a bunch of stuff when you like ship all your furniture out, so you wrapped it up in all the furniture and stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we had my auntie and her baby come over to visit. He was about 7, the kid at the time, and he got told off and was put in my brother's room.
Oh no.
And then he saw the egg. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna break it. And he broke
Oh.
it.
No. How did your friend
And it
feel?
stunk out the
Oh my
entire
God.
house. My brother
Oh.
got so angry because
Yeah.
he loved this egg.
Oh my.
That's
What?
awful.
Brought this egg from Turkey to
Yeah.
back home to Wales.
Oh
to
my
New Zealand.
god.
What a story. Oh my
Just for our
gosh.
little cousin
Oh
to
my
And it
smash out
couldn't
of anger.
survive a 7-year-old.
Yeah, it couldn't survive a
He's
7-year-old.
like, he'll forever
The
hate
egg
that
was the
cousin now.
same age as
Oh my
that
gosh.
7-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that means that he could now crack the 7-year-old.
Crazy.
That's
Oh
gross.
my god.
That's the story of rotten eggs that I
That's amazing.
Beautiful. I have a friend in theater who's allergic to eggs, and I remember she was saying how
She just doesn't like it.
she lived a flat. No, she's allergic. She's like probably like deathly allergic to eggs.
Oh, it's not
and
the
she-
one I'm thinking.
Nah, and she had like flatmates who would like leave eggshells like on top of the rubbish bin, like not in the rubbish bin, on top of the rubbish bin. And so like she couldn't. They would like leave eggshells everywhere, and she's like, "Guys, I'm gonna die.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta
terrible.
clean up after yourself."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's flat life.
So
I
that's how
guess.
grima smells like.
So that's egg
Yeah.
stories
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Come here for
I
the
have an egg
podcast.
story, but nothing can top that 7-year-old egg story.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
It was a real sad moment in the house.
It is
We all had a
sad.
moment.
Oh,
for the
did you have a
egg.
moment for the
We were all
character?
like, fuck, man.
Oh my gosh. That's like a play, Harry. You could totally
Yeah,
write a
yeah.
play about
I
that.
could.
That's amazing.
It's like the similar
One boy and his
vibes.
egg travel the world.
Yeah.
Similar vibes in Rick and Morty, where Rick lives that like he gets a girlfriend in the Vata Acid episode, and then he goes through this whole thing with her, and they both nearly die.
Morty, yeah.
Yeah, with Morty. Yeah,
Fucking Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
and
the
then Jerry
time-
just like reverses it It's that
by
same
accident.
fucking
Yeah.
Jerry.
The time travel. That was a good one. The reset button episode.
Recent, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
The
episode.
save points.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. It won a
I've
Emmy.
only seen like 2 episodes of the latest
Yeah.
season.
It's really
It
good.
won an Emmy.
So anyway, back to the episode.
Grimers again. Sorry, yeah.
They escape and they bump into these two, admittedly, I gotta say, cuties.
Are they called Perry and Perry?
Are they actually? Oh
No,
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 that's
No,
like a
the
throwback.
factory
Oh, right,
workers.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
They're and
What would you
they
call them, Dennis? What's their name?
what?
Hunk 1 and Hunk 2 for you.
Lucky Boy 1?
Seamus and Nikolai.
You like Seamus, don't you?
Yeah, it's
It's
the
like the
second
fourth
time
time you said
Seamus
that
has
today.
come up, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Seamus. Shout outs to Seamus all over
Seamus.
the world.
Yeah, Seamus, you professional wrestler from the WWE.
So
Yeah,
they
they run into these
escape.
2 guys and they're like, they're the we saw these factory workers briefly before when like the power was
Yeah.
going out.
And
They felt
then
like the Spider-Man meme. They're like, "What are you doing here?" You're like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And then Brock starts like introducing the whole gang. He's like, "Oh well, I'm Brock. And this is Ash. This is
Yeah.
Misty." And they're like, "We gotta get out of here, man. What are you doing?"
so they escape and then they kind of explain the situation pretty much, right? Like
they're like the Grimer are blocking the water flow.
yeah. And then we got like a super quick like explanation on how power plants work, which I thought was interesting because like
Yeah.
I did we researched power plants when I was in primary school, and like a lot of coal powered plants they use the heat from the coal to boil steam water,
Yeah.
and that's the steam is what pushes these turbines and those create electricity.
Right.
Ah.
Cool. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah.
So yeah, we get that quick, and then the Grimers start breaking in.
Did we get to the point where Magnemite fell in love with Pikachu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
They
flirting
kind of
aggressive.
told Magnemite to go away though at this point.
Yeah,
There
he
was
does.
there was a really interesting joke there. Sorry, I was.
Oh,
I wanted to
yeah.
bring up that it really made me think about how it would have been when it wasn't translated. It was about I can't remember what it was, but someone called the Magnemite something, and then someone was like, "Oh, you mean the word stalker?"
Oh, that's right.
Streaker.
Streaker. Ash was like,
Streaker.
Ash was like, "We got a streaker, bro."
Got a
I think
streaker.
you mean stalker.
So I think you mean
Yeah.
stalker, and I was like, "What would that line have been in the Japanese?"
They keep calling
I wonder.
Magnemite a stalker. I'm just like,
Well,
he
we
only,
could look it
he
up.
only just-
Yeah.
I'm like, he only just showed up.
I was
Wow.
really interested in
Calm
what the
down.
Japanese joke would have been. If it would have been an entirely different joke, or would have been a similar play on
Well,
words.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Magnemite
that
the
was interesting.
stalker. Yeah, that's what I called him originally.
Yeah.
Stalker, mate.
Stalker, yeah.
Stalker might, Simp-nemite the stalker.
Simple mate, stalker.
So yeah, the
That's my bad
Grimer
name.
block in, and Ash is like, "Oh man, no, I can't do anything. Pikachu's damaged."
Oh, I hear.
And it's just like you have
Yeah.
other
Other
Pokemon,
Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, why can't they release their?
but
other
he's like,
Pokemon?
"Oh no, Pikachu's damaged. We can't use him."
Yeah.
I was like,
We
you have
got
Although-
5 other Pokemon.
You know, I
or
have a
4 other Pokemon.
I just was thinking because of the next episode, there's like another thing that happens where they're unable to use Pokemon, and I wonder if maybe the same thing could have happened in this one, for some reason.
no.
Well, he didn't try to.
Yeah.
So we
no
would
one
never
tried
know.
to.
We'll
Misty
never know.
didn't try.
Yeah.
Brock didn't try. But yeah, and then
James.
and then there's a Muck now,
Yeah, a big muck.
Yeah.
comes
which
up
is the
with all
evolved
Grimer.
version of Grimer, and
okay.
Dexter tells us that it's got poison in it.
Tells us that it's named backwards as
I
cum.
want to talk about
Oliver,
the
that's
muck.
such like an out of character like observation. You're
Dexter's.
I want to talk
Muck.
about the muck for a second because
Yeah.
it's been the past couple generations. I think Pokemon fans have criticized the designs of
Grimer and
Pokemon.
Muck and
No,
Magnemite.
of
right?
Pokemon of new Pokemon
Oh,
designs. But then they were like, nothing beats Gen 1. Gen 1's the best. They were so creative.
Mm-hmm.
Grimer and Muck are just purple splotches that grow bigger once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Electrode and Voltorb are Pokeballs. You know?
Mm.
There's some great designed Pokemon, but as much as I hate Vanillux and Vanillish,
I like
it's
them.
really
Yeah.
cool still.
James
you know?
Turner is crying somewhere.
Who's James Turner?
Art designer.
The art designer of
Yeah.
the latest Pokemon, like he created a lot of American.
I think Gen 5.
You know the Pokemon?
A lot of people don't like Gen 5 designs. I think they're all.
Well, people
really
don't like
good.
them, but
They grow on you,
the
I
only
think.
two they give is the
Yeah.
ice creams and then Garbodor and Trubbish. And
I think those
love
are great.
Garbodor.
I think they're really good.
Garbodor was what
unique.
Muck and Grimer should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
you know,
yeah.
it's funny you mentioned that, Harry, because okay, don't do the forums thing, but on the forums,
Young child.
People
what are the
mentioned-
forums saying today?
people did mention that though. Like that was a thing. They were like, "Oh, the latest gens, the Pokemon designs are getting so lazy
Yeah.
and weird." But like, and then people would be like, "Oh, but theirs are simpler. These like Grimer,
Geodude's a rock with 2 arms.
Geodudes and stuff. They're like equally as weird, and like a lot of it, Gen 1 gets a pass because it's like
Because
came
it's Gen
first.
1, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an
A lot of it
interesting.
is so simple.
I have here. I just did some. I got I got from what's a desk? You know
Desk.
the
SmartDesk.co.
smart desk. I got from High Command. So the Stalker comment was originally referencing skirt rather than streaker. So in Japanese, skirt would be suketo, and which would have a similar sound to the oka, I think. So it's
Do you think that could be a reference to the jungle Grimer card I mentioned a few episodes back, where in the Japanese print, the Grimer's looking
did.
up the skirt of a lady?
yeah. There's because in the anime as well, like in the Mezase Pokemon Masuta, the Japanese opening song for
It's like
Pokemon.
some of the Pikachu going through that girl's
Yeah,
skirt
yeah,
or
it's
something
like
that,
we're gonna look for Pokemon everywhere, even under that girl's skirt,
Yeah,
or something like that.
it's
It's a
weird.
bit messed up.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So I mean, it's like a funny kind of. It was trying to be like a funny, wacky kind of thing at the time.
Just a little bit of sexual assault. Fun and wacky.
Just a little bit, a sprinkle of
Wacky,
assault.
you know, for the kids.
So Pikachu starts shocking a Grimer, and then he realizes that he's not powerful enough to keep doing it. And then
Okay.
Simp-nemite comes out with all of his friends. It's a
Oh, a bunch of
Magneton.
With the gang.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
again,
gang.
another boring design. Magneton just threw
Right.
Magneton
Magneton's
together.
just. Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
first like I think appearance of Magneton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just like pops out. He's like, "I'm also here."
That's what happens in the
Sup,
next
boys?
episode with
Yeah.
Doug Trio. They
Doug
just come out of
Trios, yeah.
nowhere.
Trio.
Just as 3 Diglets.
Right.
But yeah, they just
That has been
yeah,
in-
they
that's
come.
in
This
my
is when
mind for so
love
long.
conquers all. This is where my bottom line came from. Because Magnemite comes to save his love, Pikachu,
It's adorable.
Hmm.
All together, they muster their electric powers
and they kill all of
shock
the
all these
Grimers.
Grimers. But
And the Mucks.
the muck stays.
Genocide.
And
The
they
Muck
say
stays.
that
Yeah.
the Muck has a child in it.
What?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah.
Muck and
They
its
make
child.
they make a point that the Muck has a baby Grimer in
A
it.
child.
And then Ash is like, Pikachu, shock
Shock
it.
him.
I
And
missed that.
They've already made a point that it has a baby, and they're like, kill
Whoa.
And it's never mentioned again. in
Yeah.
the-
But
And
yeah,
then I
Pikachu,
thought they were just gonna kill it. I was actually shocked when the next part happened.
Pikachu shocks the muck, and then we cut to the next scene of Ash pulling back his baseball cap,
Yeah.
throwing a Pokeball ready
Yeah.
to catch the muck.
Catches a muck.
And
Did you see
Ash
that coming, Oliver?
successfully
Not at all,
I
catches-
thought he was
no.
gonna catch Magnemite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not
did not see a
expecting
muck.
mucks.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I didn't know that.
And then,
Hope he has it for more than an episode.
and
I
then
like Primate.
Oliver, you already
Oliver,
seen
You
I
that?
know
feel
what
like-
happens to it.
I feel like you've
Did you
been...
not watch the end of this episode, Oliver?
What happens to it?
Oh my god. Oliver, did you skim this episode?
No, I fully watched
Oh,
it.
so okay.
Okay,
well,
what happens?
No, we'll get there.
Okay.
Gary
So,
Henderson knows
he-
what happens.
He catches
Wait, I
muck,
don't remember
and
anything happening to the muck.
it starts. We go back outside, and it starts.
Oh wait, yeah,
Smelling
Okay.
through the ball,
Dang.
and they don't really know what to do.
yeah.
And then it's fun. I was just like, I kind of zoned out a bit because then there's just like basically a minute or two of exhibition about explaining how
Exactly.
it was like, oh, Pikachu was charged up, which is why Magnemite was there, and he was
Yeah.
charged up because of this. But because he did this, he's no longer charged up.
Pikachu was magnetized, which attracted Magnemite to it.
Yeah.
After he
And it
got rid of
kept-
his electricity.
It kept going,
Yeah.
and then they did another explanation for it, and then Team Rocket shows up out of
Yeah.
nowhere with a big magnet.
You bagged it.
And they're like, oh, because Pikachu's and they say it again, because Pikachu's charged up, we can get him. And then obviously he's not charged up anymore, so they
They
blow up.
mentioned there's no mentions of the word magnetized Pikachu, and then they bring it up like 8 times
Yeah.
in 2 minutes.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
because it's like just to make the Team Rocket like be able to
Yeah,
blast
true.
stuff again.
Uh-huh.
That's what it felt like. It felt like they kind of forgot about Team Rocket for a bit,
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, we need to get rid of them somehow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so with this big magnet, they attract
Yeah.
a hefty ton of magnetons,
Yeah, and they
and
blow
in the
up.
Gyarados sub, and then they are sinking off again.
I
Sinking
kind of-
off
Go
again.
down.
It's kind of like, because like again, you expect them to kind of interrupt during like the denouement
Yeah.
or the climax.
What?
The denouement.
I'd never heard of that.
Denouement. It's
What?
like it's
Down
like the
under?
climax. of-
But like, what is that? Is that another language? What
Oh,
are you
it's
saying?
French.
It's
Wait, I'll look it
French.
up because I want to be able
That
to
means
explain
something
it.
like baguette.
The final part of a play,
No,
film, or
baguette
narrative.
means baguette.
Well, if it's the final part, then it's not
Oh,
the
wait.
climax.
The final part, sorry, it's the final part of a play, film, or narrative in which the strands of
Oh.
the plot are drawn together and matters are explained or resolved.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
So
so
maybe
it's
that's
a
part of
baguette.
it still.
That's not the climax though.
Yeah,
That would be
that's
this
right.
part that they show up and. Is
Yeah.
Well, they then go and they go back to the Pokemon Center, and they speak to Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny,
Yeah, and Joy's
pretty
like,
much saying like, guys, fucking clean your act up and clean your city.
Yeah.
And Joy's like, you inspired me to be better.
Yeah. And we see all the sick Pokemon that are all healthy. A very small looking Raticate in this bunch.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It was
Yeah.
right on the far
Malnourished.
right. It was a tiny Raticate,
Hmm.
which is usually like 3 feet. It was interesting.
Yeah. And then, here we go, Oliver. So we cut back to a nice little peaceful pallet town, and we see Oak, and he's like, "Ooh,
Oh yeah.
Ash is sending me a Pokemon."
Right.
And he
It's been
opens
a
it up,
while.
and it's smelly as hell muck.
Right. I just forgot.
And he's like,
yeah.
"Why would he send me a
So
So
muck?"
good.
And that's how
Yuck!
the episode finishes. Yeah, that's right. That's how the episode finishes.
That's the
Yeah,
episode.
that's the episode.
It is. What did we think of it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I like it. As much as I criticize the design of Grammar and Muck, I'm a big fan of Muck. I
You are, yeah.
I like my poison types.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun Pokemon, and we don't see Muck very often, but when we see Muck, it's in awesome use. And it's a specific episode. I can't
Oh,
wait. for
okay.
Muck.
He
You're
doesn't
raising
have- He
expectations
doesn't have
for it,
muck on
Harry.
him anymore, though.
No, he's with Oak now because
So-
he's too
so-
stinky.
He only has 5 Pokemon.
Still only got
Too
5 Pokemon.
stinky.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. That's how I feel about that episode.
I liked
Yeah.
this episode.
I was very much. Yeah, it was just an episode of Pokemon for me.
Yeah, fair enough. I
It
can
wa-
see why. Yeah.
It was better than I think the last few.
Nah, I honestly preferred the boxing one. The boxing one was the last one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly preferred the boxing one over this one.
Alright.
So anyone
Oh,
else who
yeah.
disagrees with me is wrong.
Okay, well.
That's how politics works.
Yeah. I mean, I liked this episode, but I kind of knew what happens in it as well.
Yeah. I think that the only thing that made this episode good for me was the fact that I was blindsided from Magnemite to him
Yeah.
catching a muck.
You would expect him.
Yeah,
to-
Like
yeah.
I was that actually surprised me.
It
which
was like it was a
quite
lot
fun.
of build up to him
Yeah.
catching the Magnemite too, and I'm kind of glad he didn't because then he had 2 electric types. And it
Yeah.
makes sense all
Right,
about it.
that's
Yeah.
true.
And the Muck is a really interesting choice.
Or she kept the muck because
Yeah, but
that's
like
a bit sad that the Pokemon's just too stinky.
They
for
did the
anyone
same
to-
with Krabby Mind as
Mm.
well. Like he caught Krabby and sent it.
Muck would be
Yeah.
but no,
cool,
but Krabby
unique.
automatically
Yeah, 'cause he
went
had
because
6
he had
Pokemon.
six, yeah.
And we do see like that kind of 6 slot rotate around, I think, because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was Krabby and then it was No,
I
wait.
just have a quick
It was
episode list.
Butterfree, and then no, it was
Primate.
Butterfree, Primate, and then the Muck.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and now it's the free space again. So it's like
Yeah.
you could catch anything.
I think from my knowledge off the top of my head, it's not that long until we see another catching episode. I'll just have a quick
Oh, that's
look.
cool. But yeah, what
Gotta
did you
catch 'em
think,
up, gotta catch 'em
Dunas?
Yeah, I mean, I like the episode. I like how it kind of brings up themes about nature and potentially like how, especially because this was Japan, like maybe coming out on the other end of like an economic boom, like the bubble.
Sorry, just to interrupt quickly. It's actually
yeah.
quite a while away until the next Pokemon is called.
Oh, interesting. So,
Carry on.
oh yeah, so out of the economic bubble in Japan, and so like they had kind of had that huge expansion, and now they're kind of like contracting, kind of seeing the effects of like maybe all these factories, or especially I guess it's like all over the world as well, that that idea of whether whether the price of progress is worth paying.
It really reminded me of home because Wales has a lot of small mining towns or small towns from the Industrial Revolution.
Well, actually,
and just kind of useless.
I think these two episodes, and what was it this
cool,
episode
super
and the
cool.
next episode we're doing, I think you can pair them up quite easily.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's good to
There's,
episodes.
I feel like this episode though doesn't tackle it that much. I think the
They-
next episode really
They
does.
they bring up the issues, but
Yeah.
they don't try to fix the issues,
Yeah.
but they tell others to fix it, which is good.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I think as well, like this is the power plants from the games, I assume.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could see this area being around the power plant.
No
area.
Zapdos at the end there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you got a muck?
Is there an
Yeah.
episode with the power plant?
I think this was it.
Anime?
This would have been.
Yeah, this
This
was
was
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You
Well,
just sound a
it's
bit
not-
It's not.
disappointed.
It's not.
Those were our
though,
final
but-
thoughts, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Harry, did you say?
Yeah, I said it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Who's your unsung hero, champ? I
Yeah,
know we
unsung
jokingly
hero.
said Furbank, but I'm sure you got an actual one.
Unsung hero for this week goes out to my boy, poor little Pikachu. Actually,
Ah, little Pikachu.
Yeah, because Pikachu was so like unsung and like didn't really get to do anything this
Poor sick
episode.
little guy. He
Yeah,
just
so-
needed to be relieved.
Yeah, you're the unsung hero this week, Pikachu. Keep your head held up high, kid.
I actually feel sorry for all of Ash's other Pokemon because he didn't even consider them worthy to fight the ground.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. Hey, well, next episode, guys, it is
Dig those Diglett!
Trio.
So yeah, give us a
Yeah,
follow
thanks.
on Facebook or Instagram. We're Dexperience.
The Dexperience.
And if you look us up on YouTube to subscribe to us, make sure you search Dexperience. And when it says, "Did you mean Dexperience?" Yes, you did.
You did,
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't stutter.
And then so if you're listening during the day, I hope you have the good rest of your day. And you're listening in the evening, have a good
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
We love you.
Let's
Thank you, Dexters.
Thanks,
good
Dexters.
night.
Make sure you go to sleep on your nice SmartBed Co.
Oh yes.
Make sure you turn the light off.
Yeah.
You don't
With
want to
smart
fall
bed-
asleep
You
with the
don't want
lights.
any Magnemite
maybe-
stalking you.
Maybe
Yeah.
SmartBed Co is like the whole bed like lights up, so you can see it in the darkness after you
like
lights
it.
up.
See you guys.
Bye,
See ya.
Dexters. Bye.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes too.
Dexperience.
Digimon.